The Reporting Entity Portal is a web-based application that reporting entities use to meet monthly TRS reporting requirements. Because the portal is accessed using a web browser like Internet Explorer or Chrome, anybody familiar with the Internet should find many of its components and concepts instantly familiar. This course will introduce you to some of its more unique aspects. In this lesson, you will learn some fundamental things about the new web interface called the Reporting Entity Portal, such as how screens are organized, common controls you can use, how to get work done, what menus and activities are available to you, and what types of system messages you may see. Reporting Entity Portal screens are used to capture and maintain a wide variety of information from different sources. Despite being able to handle this diversity, most screens share the same basic parts. Here's a typical Reporting Entity Portal screen. Let's take a look at it section by section. These links appear at the top of every screen. Click the FAQ link to display the View FAQ screen and see a list of frequently asked questions and answers. Click My Profile to display the My Profile screen, which you can use to change your account password, or the security questions and answers used to reset your password if you forget it. Click Contact Us to display the Contact Us screen, which lists TRS's contact information, and later will contain a link that lets you start a live chat with a TRS representative. Click Log Off to end your Reporting Entity Portal session. Menus let you start the activities that you'll use to perform your work. We'll look at the organization and use of the menus in a moment. Click the Help link to view the online help topic that has step-by-step instructions for completing the activity you're performing. This link displays only when you're performing an activity. The Messages panel displays the number of unexpired web messages that TRS has sent to your reporting entity. These messages first appear on the Web Messages Acknowledgement screen immediately after you log in to the portal. They drop off this list after the expiration date that TRS has assigned to them. To see the text of these messages, hover your mouse pointer over the New Messages link. The left navigation area contains links that start the most commonly used activities you can perform while using the portal. The work area is composed of one or more panels containing the data fields, buttons, and links specific to the current activity. Information is entered, edited, and viewed in the portal using a common set of controls. These controls are found on sites across the Internet and are likely already familiar to you. Let's take a brief look at them. Fields are used to enter, edit, and display information. Depending on your system access level and the activity you're performing, fields can be designated as required, read-only, or optional. A required field is one in which you must enter information in order to complete the current activity. If you try to save a record without entering all the required fields, the system displays an error message that tells you which field or fields have missing values. A read-only field displays information that's relevant to the current activity but doesn't let you enter, edit, or delete that information. An optional field is one in which you may enter, edit, or delete information but don't have to complete the current activity. A drop-down menu is a specific type of field that allows you to make a selection from a defined list of options. Click a drop-down menu to view the available options. Click on an option to select it. You know a field is a drop-down menu if you see a down arrow on the right side of the field. A checkbox is used to indicate that a condition is true or false. When it's checked, it indicates the condition is true. When it's unchecked, the condition is false. Checkboxes can also be used to select an option from a list that allows multiple selections. A checkbox that's clear can be checked by clicking on it. Likewise, a checkbox that's checked can be cleared the same way. A radio button is used to select an option from a list that allows only one selection. Selecting a radio button means that the associated option is the one to use. Options that are deselected are not used. A deselected radio button is selected by clicking on it. When an option is selected, deselecting it requires you to select the radio button for one of the other options. Links in the reporting entity portal, like links on the internet or in a document, are navigational controls you click to move from screen to screen. Links are displayed as blue underlined text. Clicking a button performs an action using the information displayed or selected on a screen. Buttons are labeled in a way that describes the action they perform. For example, clicking a Save button will save the information displayed on the screen to the system database, while clicking a Delete button will delete the information. On the Add or Edit a Record screen, if the number of records in a report exceeds 50, page navigation controls are displayed. Up to 50 records appear on a page, and by default, up to 50 pages of records are displayed. If the report contains more than 50 pages, then a different page range can be selected. Once a new page range is selected, the screen displays the report pages for that range. To go to a specific page in the selected range, click a specific page number or the first, previous, next, or last button. In the reporting entity portal, you'll do the work assigned to you by performing activities. Activities are groups of related tasks that allow you to perform the steps needed to complete a process. For example, a common process for many reporting entity portal users involves creating, validating, and submitting reports to TRS. In the reporting entity portal, each of these separate but related tasks are grouped into a single activity named Create and Maintain Reports. You can use the Create and Maintain Reports activity to perform each of these tasks. The activities you will use to perform your work are accessed using the menus displayed near the top of every screen. To view the activities available in a menu, simply hover your mouse pointer over the menu name. For example, hovering over the Employer Contacts menu causes it to expand and display the various employer contact-related activities that you can perform. Starting an activity is as simple as single-clicking on the activity name. For example, if you wanted to perform the activity that allows you to create and maintain reports, you would click Create and Maintain Reports. As a portal user, you've been assigned an authority level that lets you access just those parts of the portal that you need to perform the work you've been assigned. If your authority level does not give you permission to perform an activity, it won't appear in a menu. If you don't have permission to perform any of the activities in a menu, that menu or submenu won't display at all for you. When using the reporting entity portal, you'll encounter several different types of messages that display the outcome of your actions. Understanding these messages and when they appear will help you be confident that you're using the portal in accordance with TRS policies and business rules. These messages appear at the top of the screen. They're color-coded and include distinctive icons so you can quickly recognize the message type. Red messages indicate errors. Orange and maroon messages indicate warnings. Green messages confirm a successful operation. And blue messages are for general information. Let's look at a couple of specific examples. There are 4 categories of messages. One category is the error message. The reporting entity portal uses 2 basic types of error message. The first type appears when the information you've entered or updated during an activity violates a TRS business rule. These error messages identify the problem with the currently entered information and let you know that you cannot complete the activity until the issue is addressed. For example, one business rule is that a new or updated contact record must contain an email address in order to be saved. If you try to save the record without an email address, the system shows an error message describing the problem. The second type of error message you could encounter appears when your reporting entity has missed a TRS deadline. For example, if your reporting entity has not met a deadline for filing a report, the system presents an error message to inform you of the type and period of the report for which the deadline has passed. Another category is the confirmation messages. These appear when you successfully complete an action. For example, when you save information, the portal presents a confirmation message to let you know the save was successful. Warning messages let you know that you've performed an action that has no effect or could possibly raise an issue, but without stopping you from doing it. For example, if you click the Save button on the Assign Authority level screen without having made any changes first, a warning type message will be displayed advising you that no authority levels have changed. In this case, you will need to make a change first before you can save it. In addition to the color-coded messages, you will also see confirmation prompts. These typically appear when you perform an action that the portal wants to ensure wasn't done in error. They're not just informational, they require you to take an action, usually to confirm you want to proceed or to cancel the action. For example, a confirmation prompt appears when you click a Delete button to remove an employee or retiree report. When a confirmation prompt appears, click OK to confirm that you want to perform the original action, or click Cancel to not perform that action.